YouTube channel. Okay. This meeting of the Gadsden City Council will now come to order. Chair calls on City Clerk Alvin Nelson for the roll call.
President Tolles is absent today, and the meeting is being chaired by our pro tem, Councilman Reed. Councilman Williams.
Here.
Worthy.
Here.
Back.
Here.
Wilson.
Here.
Cannon.
Here.
And Reed.
Here.
We have a quorum present, and our meeting is open for business. I'm going to ask Councilman Cannon to lead the invocation. Please stand and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day that you've given us, God. Thank you, Lord, for all the people that came out, God, to be in this meeting, God. Please let us do the best of your ability in this meeting, God, and that's everything we do, God, just please you, God. We thank you for taking care of us where you have these last months, God, and last years, God. Just be with our city, Lord. With this COVID, God, just help us with that, God. Be with the people that couldn't be here with us today. Miss Tolles, God, we just lift her up to you and hope she gets better soon, God. It's for your name and for your sake I pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. All right. So me. Okay, at this time, we'll call EMA to come forward with a report, please.
My name is Brianna Cole with the EMA, and I'll be giving the update today. So for the last 14 days in Etowah County, we've had 324 cases. Overall, this is a cumulative count. We've had 44 deaths confirmed with one that is still deemed probable. Statewide, there's been around 71,000 presumed recovered. We are in the low-risk category if you look at their risk dashboard, but I don't want everyone to give too much to that category. A lot of times those are about 2 weeks behind, and that is that risk is given with the notion that everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing, that everyone's wearing their mask, everyone's social distancing, everyone's staying home when they're sick. So if you go out and you don't do those things and you don't follow the guidelines that are in place, you are very likely to still catch COVID. So I just want everyone to keep that in mind, even though it shows a low risk, that is assuming that we do everything that we're supposed to do. Statewide, we've got 856 patients in the hospital. That's the number today. And I want to encourage everyone to get on our Facebook and Twitter. We've made these links available. You can go and you can look for the numbers yourself. Don't just take my word for it. Go and check out those numbers. Check out the different dashboards that ADPH has up for everyone. It seems, looking at the trends, we do good for maybe a week or so, and then around 10 to 14 days we seem to have a spot in the county. So everyone just kind of be mindful of that, especially with the holiday coming up, Halloween. The CDC has got some great tips on some safe ways that you can celebrate Halloween, some safe ways that you can get your treats and do all the fun stuff that you normally do, but with mindfulness that we are still in a pandemic. Our rate for Etowah County, as far as the percent of those testing positive, that's 7%. So for everyone tested in Etowah County, 7% of those are coming back positive. The age range is still that 25 to 39 age. We're still seeing that at 38%, which is a very large percentage, especially for that age range. As for deaths, the age range for that, 77% is in the 65 or older group. So we, of course, need to keep in mind that it's those populations that are more susceptible to flu and other illnesses that are having the hardest time with this. On our Facebook and Twitter page, that's at GEC EMA made. You can find all of the links for the numbers and dashboards. You can also find some information on prevention and treatment. You can see the different health orders. I think a lot of people think that there's just, a couple of health orders that are put forth by the state health officer. That's not necessarily true. There are several health orders for just about any category that you can think of. So I encourage everyone to go on there and a lot of these health orders and a lot of these links will answer questions that you have. I just want to bring this up right quick. October the 15th at 10:15 a.m. It's the Great American Shakeout. So this is a annual earthquake drill that's put on nationwide. So we want to encourage everyone to kind of break out that plan. It's not something that we think about on a daily basis, but we want people in Etowah County to be ready for any kind of hazard. It's not completely unlikely that we have an earthquake in Etowah County. I think some people think about tornadoes and flooding and that kind of thing, but we're very close to the New Madrid seismic zone. So it's not out of the question. I mean, it could happen, and who knows, one day that might happen. So I want everybody on October the 15th, 10:15 a.m., you're going to drop, cover, and hold on. EMA wants to encourage you to take a picture of yourself sheltering and going through your earthquake drill. Send it to us on social media, tag us in it, and we're going to get a prize together to send out to the best picture that we get. Any questions?
Okay, anybody got anything? Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, good job.
Okay, number 6. Chair will entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the work session and the council meeting held on October 6th.
So
Clerk,
moved.
will you take the vote? You need a vote, I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All right, now take the vote.
Those in favor, let it be number saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to approve minutes.
Y'all got to realize it's been 8 years since I did this. Number 7, the chair will entertain a motion to ratify payment of accounts for the weeks of September 25th through October 1st and 2nd, through the 8th.
So move.
Second.
You would take the vote.
Those in favor, let it be number saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to ratify payment of the accounts.
Proclamations, Mayor? Okay. Under unfinished business, 9A has been abated, so we don't have to worry about it. Number 10 was a vehicle case, and that's been handled this morning by the building department, so we'll exclude it. Our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 1504 Robinson Avenue in District 2. X.E. Ruth, Kennard and heirs, X.E. Ruth Kennard, listed as Darius Kennard, Teresa Kennard, Gertrude Kennard, and David Kennard being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution? Anybody in opposition?
Come on up to the microphone.
Okay, if you would come up to the microphone and state your name and address, please.
My name is Teresa Kennard, and I reside at 1540 Rose Street, Gadsden, Alabama, and I'm the daughter of X.E. Ruth Kennard. And we have had some hardship. We've been trying to get things together because me and my brother, we have been offset on jobs, but we're trying to get together now and try to get this fixed. And we just need a little bit more time to try to get it fixed. My dad was gonna help us, but he's been in and out the hospital, so he's back on his feet now where he can, we can get in there and get started doing what we need to do.
Okay, you're asking for how long?
About 6 months at the most.
This is District 2.
Yeah,
Mr. Yeah.
so the questions, I'm sorry, the questions I'm about to ask are just, we have to assess it to make sure that,
Councilman
That
Williams, the pictures are behind you over there if you want.
yeah, we have to assess it to make sure that, one, there's a plan, obviously, and then two, that if we grant time, that there'll be some progress made. And I definitely understand that you guys are going through a difficult period. So
We was gonna get started Saturday, but it, rained on us, and we gonna get somebody to try to get started getting those bushes cut down that's, beside the house.
so are you planning to do all that work yourself?
Yeah, me and my sister, my brother, and
Yeah.
my son and my father.
Have you spoken to that gentleman right there?
The last time I talked to Mr. Harrison, he had told me to get started with us doing the outside first, doing the windows and everything. So we got the windows. We just got to get it, get in and get started. Because
Okay.
most time, me, my sister, my brother, we have to work on Saturdays, and all of us work first shift. So
Yeah. I think I hope you can hear it in my voice. I want to help you guys. And so let me hear from him first, just to see how feasible it is, because at some point the house has got to be brought up to code, and we have to see some progress. And we obviously it's on the list because we're getting a lot of complaints. And so let me hear from him first, and then we'll decide how we want to move forward.
I agree, that's probably gonna be the best move, so let's have him come forward and you can be seated. Okay. All right, does anyone wish to speak in favor?
Mr. President, I am Brian Harbison with the Building Department. We filed this case in March of 2019. There was a building permit taken out in March of last year. Unfortunately, there have been no improvements made to the house. I did have a discussion early on with this lady, and I do know her father. I know David. I've known him for 30 years. I know he's very capable of doing what needs to be done, and I'm certainly not opposed to it being done, but I would ask that we limit this period to 30 days and allow them to focus on the exterior of the house, and I'll be happy to present any evidence in 30 days whether or not that's been done. Thank you.
Okay. And what is the pleasure of the council?
I move that we table this for 30 days.
Second.
Okay. Any more discussion?
Mr. President, I would just appeal to the family. It's not uncommon for us to table and then monitor progress. There are two, in 30 days when we look at this again, there are two possibilities. That he'll look at it and determine that adequate progress is being made, and then we could grant maybe another 30 days. But the alternative is he could look at it and there not be enough progress, and we may end up having to abate the nuisance. So what I want to encourage you to do is talk to him immediately, follow this meeting, and get some guidance from him, because he can coach you through this and get you the time you need to make the repairs. Okay?
Also too, he was talking about the exterior of the house. That means everything outside. Usually, he wants outside presentable before he does the inside, so don't concentrate on the inside, concentrate on the outside, what people sees. A lot of times people will come up here and wanna concentrate on the inside when the outside's what they need to be working on to make it presentable.
Okay, I assume I got a motion. I got a second?
Second.
Okay.
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Okay, number 12, our next public hearing is resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 507 Cherry Street in District 5. Montgomery Enterprises LLC is owner. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution?
Mr. President, based on recent improvements, we're asking this case to be tabled for 30 days. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
I'll make a motion, we table for 30 days.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, would you take the vote, please?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Number 13, our next public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property located at 316 Howell Circle in District 6. Colleen Lee Ellis II and Sherry Danford, being the last known owners. Is there anyone who would like to speak in opposition to this resolution?
Mr. President, based on recent improvements, we're also asking this case be tabled for 30 days. Thank you.
Make a motion, we table this case for 30 days.
Second.
Okay. Clerk, would you take the vote, please?
Those in favor to table the resolution for 30 days, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to table for 30 days.
Our final public hearing is a resolution ordering abatement of nuisance on property at 1218 Bell Street in District 7, State of Alabama, subject to the rights redemption of Leonard Fortney, certain mortgage in favor of T.R. Roberts, and the mayor in favor of Dennis E. Twigg, being the last known owners. Is there anybody here who would like to speak in opposition to this group? In opposition? Okay, those in favor?
Mr. President, we filed this case in August of 2019. There have been no improvements. There was a permit taken out in October a year ago. We're asking today for a resolution to abate this nuisance.
Oops. That's a sweetie. You can wait.
I make a motion, we move to abate, please.
Second.
Okay, clerk, would you take the vote?
Those in favor to adopt the resolution, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries to adopt.
All right, number 15, any new business today? If there is none, we'll move to department reports and committees. Craig Scott from the library. Please, sir.
Mr. President, council members, Mayor, Craig Scott, Director of the Gadsden Public Library. Very pleased to report to you that the library opened 2 weeks ago. We did not announce this on social media. We did not advise the newspapers. We just opened, and we wanted to ease into things to see how everything would progress. It has progressed very well. We're going to continue as is. Our hours right now are Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 in the afternoon. If we continue to proceed well, we will open with our full hours beginning on November 2nd. That's a Monday. Any questions? Very good.
All right.
Craig.
All right, Jen Wethington's Parks and Rec, is she here? Well, she left, but she was going to announce the summer concert series, but she can do that next week, I guess. Be the same difference, okay. Then we'll ask Chief Carroll to report on a trip to assist with hurricane relief.
First of all, I want to show the appreciation from the citizens of Baldwin County as we went down week before last, and they wanted to demonstrate to you that how much they appreciated you allowing us, the mayor allowing us to go down and the council allowing us to go down on this relief trip. We took personnel from the fire department, public works, and fleet, and those guys worked very hard while we was down there. We went down on a Monday and came back on a Friday, giving us 3 days to actually do some physical work. We moved approximately $150,000 to $200,000 worth of debris, according to what the private contractors were charging down there to help remove debris from those areas. So we were very fortunate to help those families. We left a lot of families crying with appreciation and trying to do all they could do to try and help us while we were there. That we touched at least 20 families' lives during that process. So. Again, because of y'all allowing us to go down, this is our 3rd trip for hurricane relief. We went to Katrina, we went to Michael and Sally. So they certainly appreciate us, and to the point that they just called me the other day, says, "Are you ready to go to Louisiana?" I said, "No, we better let's wait just a little bit," and everything. So they love seeing the show up because they love seeing the show up with the personnel, the amount of personnel we carry down, plus And we also had a couple of retired firefighters that went down with us on this trip. So, but with the amount of equipment that we carry down there, we can do a lot of things in a short period of time, and not just show up with just chainsaws, just cut things up. We could actually move it. So we certainly appreciate it, and we appreciate everything y'all do to support us that way. These guys worked hard, and I appreciate everything they do. You know, you never lose an opportunity to brag on your people. All of these weren't exactly my people, but they were during that particular relief trip. So I want to brag on them, how hard they work, because we was up at 6 o'clock every morning, and we was going to nearly dark nearly every day. So except for the last day, but they worked really hard. So just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a good story in this time of grief and everything being so down. But they were really appreciative, and we helped a lot of people out during that trip. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's give them a hand.
Yeah, dude. Sometimes what y'all all do doesn't get enough appreciation. You know that, Chief. So I really appreciate that report. Okay, let's see. Announcements by the mayor. Would you like to go ahead?
I just think that's a good example. Chief told me a lot of stuff about when they pull up to a place and house was about off the thing, about to fall in, and he had all these guys that we have who are good at doing anything and moved it back over for them. That's why Gadsden is a city of champions, I can assure you, helping people out.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, Councilman Thomas Worthy.
Yes, thank you. I want to reiterate and say thank you also, Chief, and to the city workers that went down. And I have a quick announcement. Quality Life Healthcare Complex drive-through flu shot and COVID-19 test day will be Saturday, October the 17th, 2020, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Piedmont Cutoff Clinic. So that's drive-through flu shot and COVID-19 testing on October the 17th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the complex on Piedmont Cutoff. Thanks.
Okay, and add to that, because there was an announcement on here.
Oh, okay.
And you did good on that, thank you. You'll have to have a driver's license, it is required. Insurance, be sure you carry a card if you are insured, Medicare or whatever. So we'll go back.
Yeah. And if you don't, it's a $20 fee, but if you don't have it, it's okay. They're not gonna turn anybody away
Good, we
if you
covered
don't
it.
have insurance.
Councilman Cannon.
I don't have anything today.
Woo. It makes you wonder, don't it, Jason?
It does.
Okay, Jason, go.
Thank you, Chief Carroll. Man, I was actually down on the coast a little bit over the weekend, man, and it's such a moving thing to see that caravan of trucks moving. Like you said, we were actually headed from the Mobile area over towards Jacksonville, Florida on I-10, and all those trucks and power trucks and fire trucks and everything else were headed west towards Louisiana. So it's such and no kidding, just as an American citizen, man, it's good to see. It makes you feel good when you see that caravan of people from all over the country, and you see that Gadsden logo on the side of one of them, headed down the road. So thank y'all for everything you do, and let's go Braves. We got a game tonight and a game tomorrow night, and we win both of these, and we're in the World Series. So let's go Braves. That's all I got.
Ooh. Debrick, you're up.
Thank you, Councilman Reed. Do want to reiterate what's already been said about the city volunteers, to include the fire chief and some of the others that have supported with. Those folks had just gone through the impacts of I think it was Hurricane Sally, and then here comes Gamma right behind it. So no shortage of opportunities to support down there, and it means a lot for those guys to go down and support the way that they did. And Chief, I'll say this publicly after I said it privately, but you are indeed not the only fire chief I know, but you are definitely the best fire chief I know. So we appreciate everything you do. The Human Relations Committee is scheduled to have its second meeting this coming Tuesday, the 20th, I believe it is. And I don't want to get my wires crossed. So that meeting I think is scheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be noon our time. If I don't have my wires crossed, but I'll make sure of that. But the meeting format this time is going to be a Zoom meeting, and in light of some of the COVID concerns and the concerns with large groups gathering. And it'll be an interview with Mr. Ron Hall Jr., who's the CEO of Bridgewater Interiors in Michigan and one location here in Alabama. So it's going to be very, very informative, I think, because Mr. Hall leads a group of Michigan business leaders who's actually driving businesses to address some of the social issues that we're facing as a country. And he's driving those initiatives along with other businesses. He's driving those initiatives in the Detroit metropolitan area, and he's just gonna offer up some insight from that perspective that we may be able to use here locally. So really excited about that, and really excited about the committee having an opportunity to engage him at that time. I think that's all I have, Mr. President.
Okay. Councilman Back.
Yes, Councilman, thank you so much. Just want to echo the thanks to Chief Carroll and all the folks that went down to work. What a great cause, and I'm sure y'all were a welcome sight for all the families and the folks down that way. I'm sure there's a lot of tired people. They probably like seeing the reinforcement. So, and I agree with Mayor Guyton. This is part of what makes Gadsden the city of champions. So thank you for leading that group and for what you guys do just day in and day out, not only down there, but here in Gadsden. And I think the EMA was down there at some point in time, so I want to give thanks to Deborah and the other ones that went with her to help with probably logistics and things that were probably sorely needed at that time. So I think Gadsden, Etowah County has been well represented over the last few weeks down there with our neighbors and friends along the Gulf Coast. So that makes you feel good, I agree. And I'll end with, we have don't want to say goodbye, but we have Eric Wright will be leaving the city of Gadsden, and today I guess is close to his last day, so I can see it's taken 2 people to replace you so far this morning, Eric. So thank you for all of your time here, and thank you for all that you've done for the city and for the taxpayers here. And you'll be missed, and I know you're still going to be working kind of along those same lines at the Extension Center here in town. So I'm sure we'll get to see you from time to time, and wish you the best of luck and Godspeed, and just may the wind always be at your back. That's all I have.
Okay. Eric, would you like? Larry?
I did, and I thank you, Councilman Back, for bringing that back to light, that fact to light. Eric's going to be missed. He'll be missed to a large degree. He took us to the next level in terms of communications, and I do appreciate that. And I know that we're going to do our best to try to keep some of the things that you put in place going, but we're likely to fail miserably. But we're excited for you, of course. If we love you and care anything about you, we're going to be excited about the next opportunity for you. But selfishly, we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you. But good luck to you.
And as a side note, Frankie Davis is going to be taking over the city Facebook page, just FYI.
I tell you, we better have a vote on that, please. Let's have a vote. We'll never get a second, ever.
Yeah, right.
Everything's true on Facebook.
Oh, me. Well, we're losing Eric, but we're picking up all our regular group coming back. I see Buster Porch, Miss Sturdivant, Billy Harris. We're missing Curly. Where in the world is Curly? Okay, I heard he called in. Okay. So welcome. I had a note here to remember Fred Huff and John Ashley. I didn't really need a note because we are going to miss those people. I served with Fred on the council, had a really good time. He's smart as a whip. I just enjoyed the whole time I was with him. Our condolences to his family. And John Ashley, every time I asked him for something, it got done. He was a tireless worker. He was a good city employee for 17 years, I believe. But he's going to be sorely missed up here. Anyway, all right, have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Bye.
Jason, we go into, the chore.